on, everybody?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Doing good. Fantastic.
All right, I'm glad to see everybody doing well. We're going to get started.
Yeah.
And get it loaded. All right. All right.
Yeah.
How you doing over there, man? Everything's good. It's good to be back. And I'm going to come off mute. Everybody go on mute if you can. Everybody go on mute if you can. If you go on mute, please go on mute. Big B, you got me, buddy?
Yeah, man. I got you. I got you.
All right.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
All right, everybody doing well. I'm going to come off of here. Welcome to the family tree. Thank you for waiting. We had a couple technical things, a lot going on today. A lot of people going through sick, a lot of people going through some serious issues and a lot of sick folks. So we're doing the best we can to stay with. Thank you for your patience. Because definitely, I'm not doing anything twiddling the fingers. I'm definitely dealing with folks. So I thank you for waiting. We're going to get started today. If you joined us for the very first time, this is the Family Tree. We go in and we talk about everything that's holistic, organic, anything on your heart and mind. You got something going on, we say bring it to the tree. We say the tree because the tree represents the ancient laurel trees where we used to gather around because guess what? They are our social security. That's right. You say it slow. Social security. It's not a check. It's your family. So with the family, we gather around the tree, talks about issues, situations, problems, anything that need to be solved. We got around the tree. We prayed together and we stayed together.
I know that's right.
I say to everyone, if you're joining us for the very first time, that this not be your last time. Bring somebody else next time. All right. So what we want to do is get started. If you want to join the conversation, you can join us in asking anything on your heart and mind, anything holistic. We say join us, and you can reach down to your menu bar. You see, every week it changes, Big B. I don't know what's going on. It's going to change on me. At the very bottom, you can look for your menu bar, and where you see where it says react.
React. There you go.
Click that, and you can join the conversation. We'll put you in queue, and you can have any question, anything on your heart and mind. We can't get to everybody. We'll try our best. If you're someone that says, I don't want to go on the actual video, but you may have a question, you can put yourself in the chat box. And down in the chat box, you can put it in there, and we'll try to get the questions. And Prophetess over there, is she in here?
Yes, sir. Prophetess is in the house, Dr.
Prophetess is in the house.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's give a hand for Prophetess over there.
Yeah.
AKA Fingers. Yes.
That's it.
And also, before you ask a question, you may want to check the chat box because before usually the question is answered, she's dropping the answer right in there.
Yeah, buddy.
Past shows that we've done. If you're someone calling by phone and you miss the prompt where it actually tells you how to log in or to raise your hand, don't worry. Just let us know you're calling by phone and we'll try to get you. We can't answer everybody's question. We do the best we can. If you can't answer it, we'll try to take it and we'll go and bring it back next week and we'll try to answer it for you.
That's right.
So we're going to get started, Big B. It's good to be back, buddy. So I want to say thanks for everyone for waiting. And again, we're going to give our host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan. Let's give him a hand, y'all. Big B.
All right, Big B.
Hey, man. Yeah, buddy.
How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good. I got no complaints. Shoot.
All right, man. That's right. So what's going on in the world, buddy? We got
let me just say this here. It's nice and it's nice and cool over here today. So I'm not complaining at all. I love days like this. I got up early this morning when I hugged my tree.
You hug your tree? Yeah, you're hugging your tree, right?
Yeah, hug my tree. And then hey, look, and after that, I just sat back and chilled for a minute. Then I had a couple of errands to do and came back and
all right.
Hey, look, right now I'm just sitting here chilling. We're just waiting on the family so we can holler at one another.
All right, so we're going to unpack things and we're going to get started. Big B, tell us what's going on in our numbers. We have some numbers with, there's numbers that are rising that are going into the fall now. So with that, we got to stay on point. So tell us what our latest numbers are.
What? Hold on 1 second, Dr. P. I'm just trying to figure.
You see our latest numbers up there?
Hold on. There we go. Okay, now. Here we go. Things got a little crazy on me for a second there. But okay, here we go. Coming from our very, very favorite website, that's few of you guys. Right now, our clinical lab numbers are trending sideways at 0.4%. And but of course, we have various characterizations and genetic and antigenetic characterizations. But our outpatient respiratory illnesses are trending sideways as well today at 1.9%. Okay. And our flu served net, hey guys, last week, remember, it was like 0.1 is 0 per 100 right now. So right now, I guess we're not having any issues with too much flu. And our pediatric deaths, Dr. Paul, is at 2, my friend.
All right.
So I ain't got no complaints, my friend.
Good, man. We're doing very good. We're
yes,
doing
sir.
With the numbers. Everyone stay on point. Hopefully you're doing your colon cleanse, your parasite change of seasons. Where are we right now? Change of
season. Yeah.
Turn that corner for the end of the year. We're coming into that fall season. Sun's falling. So what do we have to do? Make sure you're cleansing. Hopefully you got your colon cleanse, your parasite formula, doing something to cleanse the body. All right. So we're going to get started, Big B. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Man. Always. We're going to
get started, and we open up with always a testimony. Heart and mind, anything that's going on. I want to open up the floor because people are either going in a storm, coming in a storm, or coming out of a storm, Big B.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
So with that being the case, we want to support you in anything that you're going through. And if you've tried anything that we talked about here that has been successful for you, it's a testimony. We put our arms around you and we support you. So anyone at this point in time, I want to open up the floor. Anyone have a testimony on their heart or mind since we're seeing it? Because we ain't seen it last week.
That's right. It'd be hot, man.
So anybody have a testimony on your heart and mind? The floor is open. Anyone?
Dr. Paul?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess I have a testimony because I just seen my kidney specialist yesterday as a regular checkup.
And who is that speaking?
Tell Herb Grant.
Okay, Herb. What's up, buddy? Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me like his scale of salt level for normal is like 136 to 140, and he told me I just reached 136. So he's very, very happy about what I'm doing.
All right.
Yes, he's asking me what I've been taking. He asked me as I'm still taking Himalayan salt. I said, oh yeah, definitely. And I mean also. I want to say this. I'm off. I don't eat fish anymore. I don't eat chicken anymore. Okay. I've been taking a plant-based protein shake.
Okay. Excellent, man. Hey, Herb. Hey, man, that's a great success because you know what? Just any little change makes a difference. That's why we applaud you for even small increments that you crawl, walk, run. Remember, that's what we're looking for. Crawl, walk, run. So any change is a good change going in the right direction. Every great journey starts with what? One step. So let's give Herb a hand over there. Everybody come off mute.
Always, Dr. B. Always, Dr. B.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Makes all the difference in the world, man.
And also because you know what, we don't need
congratulations
with no kidney problems.
You're
taking a hit right now. The kidneys are taking a hit because of the processed foods. They got now what's called ultra processed foods. And the body's just simply saying, I got one game. My one game is what? Food, energy. I'm not looking at the product of what you're giving me. I'm looking, does it have any energy or life in it? Only life begets life. So if it's dead already, they can't possibly bring me life. So now the kidneys have to work extra hard to filter what's not real. And then that's when it starts to shut down. So people are having a lot of kidney problems. That's where dialysis is coming. The processed foods, the bioengineering, the GMOs, things you can't even pronounce with the pesticides. So congratulations, Urs. We applaud you. All right. All right. Let's see. Who else? Anyone else have a testimony?
I have a testimony.
All right. That sounds like Mark. That sounds like
Big Mark.
Yes, it is me. I made some serious improvements. Matter of fact, I went down to my church, E9, because I haven't been there in a minute. And I figure I need to go down there and praise the Lord and all that old good stuff. So when Pastor was preaching the word, I felt it. I walked out on faith. I walked down there proudly, y'all. I walked, oh my God, that was the best moment I had in my whole entire life. I went down there and did what I had to do, dance like David, but I kept my clothes on.
Look out, Mark.
Just like, look, just, oh my God. It was amazing.
Now, Mark, what service was that? That was which
That
one?
Let Go or Go something.
Let
That
go.
was
It was
Then
let
Let
go.
Go. Yeah, I
Okay,
think
it
that
was
was
let
Let
go
Go.
service.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it was oh God, oh God, oh God. Not last service, but the service before that. That was that service then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, I'm man, I done been through so much, y'all, and I'm
I
just amazing that I did what I done and God showed me the way. I had a dream 15 years ago that I would be able to walk, and I didn't believe, and I believed, and I didn't believe, and I kept going back and forth until I got introduced with Dr. Paul, and that's when my journey just took off.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
oh my God, I don't even hurt no more. My blood pressure is great. Everything is, a matter of fact, my insurance company, Aetna, came over here. They did a assessment on me,
Mm-hmm.
and they was going doing my arteries. They wanted to check my arteries. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, okay. Then they put all these gadgets all on me, took my shoes off, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
To make a story short, I asked her, I said, everything was how was my result? She said, you're good. All your
All
arteries
right.
is
All
perfect.
right. All
Yeah.
right.
Well,
All right,
I was
Mark.
like, oh my God, my health is perfect.
Now,
And I
Mark.
thank God, but I was faithfully taking Dr. Paul's greens. I was doing what I had to do. I slipped and I fell. I slipped and I got myself together. Everything is perfect on me.
All right,
that's
Mark.
right,
That's
man.
what I'm
That's
saying.
exactly right,
Everything.
man.
Hey,
Yes.
before we give
Yes.
Mark a shout out, I found something.
Uh-oh.
See
Look
what I
out.
found. All right, I found something. I found
Uh-oh.
something. I want to share it with the family. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me know if
Uh,
you see that. Can y'all
Gotcha. There we go.
can you see it? All right, let's
Yep.
listen to it. This is
thank
the
you,
service
God.
that Mark was in right here.
See the glory. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Exactly.
Mark, you coming up here soon, buddy. I tried to mark you. Mark,
To God, to God.
Jesus.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's his sermon. Let's go.
right?
Hold
Yeah.
up, hold up, hold up. See, y'all don't know what this is. For about the last 20 years, we've been watching this brother need his walker, and we've been watching him need help and barely able to get into the building, and he came walking down here on his own strength. Y'all don't know when to shout. Let's
All
go!
right now. All right now.
Let's go! To
Look out.
God!
Look out. Uh-oh. Hey, he got his shake on, Dr. P. Get him, Mark. Get him.
You better go ahead, boy. You better go ahead.
Well, Woo. Yeah, yeah. Yep, yep. Uh-oh. Look out, Mark. Got his shake on, Dr. P. You know I can't take it, y'all.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, look out, y'all. Okay, all right. Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Thank you, God. Thank you. You don't know what I took to do this point.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Do it
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
One more time. Oh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let's give Mark a hand,
Oh my God. It gets better.
See.
Awesome, Mark.
Boy.
Awesome.
Go ahead,
Everybody
Big
come
Mark.
off
Oh my
mute.
God.
Yes.
That
All
was
right, Mark.
good.
Everybody
Congratulations.
come off of mute for him right
Amazing.
now.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mark.
Mark, that's what's up, man.
On it,
Congratulations.
Lord.
Look
Thank
at
you.
that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Thank
Yeah, man.
you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
And
my
I like that
God.
step, more. I
Oh
love
my
it.
Boy.
Boy,
And
you
you know
two
what?
steps
It gets
around
I
like
better.
love
you
that
coming
step.
down.
And you know what? It gets better. It gets better.
Yes.
It gets better. I got another walk coming out here, and I'm gonna blow. Lord, please. I'm going in stride. I'm going at perfect walk. I need
That's
perfect walk.
do what you do. Do
I
what you
don't go
do, brother.
nothing less.
That was
Nothing less than a
awesome.
perfect walk.
That's right.
Mark,
That's right.
I can't say nothing but God bless you, brother. You are doing some incredible things. We've all been watching your journey.
Yeah, man.
And I
Yeah,
can
man.
say, you apply the principle. That's why you apply the principle. God set these principles and fundamentals in front of us for us to obey. And if we obey, the body will correct itself.
Hey, if I lay down right now, I would go right out.
All right.
Shout is definitely yours, brother. You shout and you keep on shouting, brother. That's all I can
Can
say.
I say something?
Congratulations.
I don't know whether you can hear me or
Viola,
not.
go ahead.
Yes.
I can hear you.
I want to say that I happened to look at that sermon when it played. I look at them on Sundays because I'm here in Delaware. And I saw that man come down there, and I tell you, I said, see, nobody knows how good God is to all of us.
Well,
small
yes.
measures.
Yes.
And see, I've called Dr. Paul. So this is my first time being on here tonight because I usually miss it. But I worked the poll last night, so that's why I'm still home. But I just want to let the people out there know how good God has been to me, because there's a number of folks that may not know me. But come September the 27th, I'll be 77.
All right.
And I am a 41-year breast cancer survivor.
Praise God. Praise God.
Let's give her a shout. Who is that now? Is that Viola?
But my main thing is, I want you to know, I took no chemotherapy, no radiation. I was 35 years old, and I had a baby 2 years later. And I want people to know, men get cancer if their mothers had breast cancer, but you need to make sure, women, that you check yourselves and get out there and go to the doctor the minute that you find something that ain't supposed to be there. Because I found my own lump. They weren't giving mammograms to anybody under 40. I was 35. And I found my own lump after having a miscarriage the month before. And within 2 weeks, April 13th, 1983, I was in the hospital having a mastectomy. And I said, Lord, if you take my organ and don't give me no medicine, I will praise you the rest of my days.
Well,
and I have done well. Yes, we do slide off a little bit, but God knows my heart and he knows my mind. And I tell you, I am so thankful to be able to share that with all of you, because you got to know when you need to go to the doctor.
Amen.
Yes, let's give Viola a hand. Everybody come off mute. Let's
Amen,
wrap
Viola.
it up.
Amen.
All day long.
What a
Amen,
testimony.
Viola.
All day long.
Yes. Right.
Bless you, Sister Viola.
Yes.
Yes. Best.
Yes.
Congratulations, Viola.
That's
Awesome testimony.
Oh, I like that. A double testimony.
Double testimony, back to back.
Yes. God is good.
Veggie
God is
back.
lovely.
That was
Well, I heard that.
Amen. Amen.
Not piggyback. We don't do piggies over
Well, I know that's right.
All right.
Oh, man.
So, Mark, continue. Viola, continue to do your work. You know, you're both doing great things. So we wrap our arms around you at the family tree and continuously keep us up to date on what your methods are.
I just appreciate all the prayers that y'all have shown me over the years. I really greatly appreciate it, because prayer answers.
Yes, it
Always,
does.
buddy.
Prayer.
All right, so
Hey,
who do we
Mark,
have?
plus you know, you start acting up, I'm gonna come get you because I bring my stick when you start acting up.
Yes, he does.
Don't do that. I'll put my hands up.
He brings his stick. He got a stick, y'all.
Oh boy.
He will show
Love you, man.
I love y'all too.
He'll text it to you. All right, we're gonna start off again. Anybody else before we go into asking any questions?
One
Anyone else
more.
have? Hey,
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Hi,
Who-
Dr.
who-
Paul.
who's
Hi,
that?
Big Bill. Yvette.
Oh, okay, Yvette. It just says
Oh.
iPhone. All right, we got you.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, yeah.
That's all right.
I went to Madrid, Spain for a whole month, and it was there was a lot of highs and lows. I wasn't at a resort. I was in there with the natives.
Mm.
And but just to make a very long story short, I did take my green drink with me
Mhm.
across the Atlantic Ocean.
All right. All right.
And it was definitely needed. But I experienced the best water in the world.
All right.
And I noticed a change in my skin improved, my hair improved in that I've never seen waves in my hair like this before. It
Well,
just started growing, the wave,
well,
the volume. Even when you lathered the soap on your body was different. And that equator sun was very healing for the melanin.
Mm.
And all the aches and pains that I may have had in the United States went away.
Mm.
Yes, it was brutally hot in August. If you don't really like hot sun, August isn't the time to go. But I started adapting to it. It was a very safe space from a woman's perspective, very safe to be out there. I mean, the most crime they had was pickpocketing. And we know coming from the city that we don't put stuff in our back pockets.
Mhm. All
But
right.
the food, I did happen to go. I took a flight to France. It was only 2 hours away. I'm like, I may not get this opportunity again. So I hopped on a plane one weekend. I went to France. The food was phenomenal. And
Mm.
the food, so I'm like, is this what food tastes like, near the equator? It was just fabulous. From when I ate the salad in France, I felt like they had picked the fruits and vegetables out of a
Directly.
garden, someone's garden, right into your plate. That's how
Wow.
fresh it was.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I got a whole different perspective. I went into a country, I didn't know the language, but I learned quickly. My takeaway from all of this, I want to go back. Like, I am addicted to Spain and France.
Mhm.
And my lifelong goal is to become fluent in Spanish, and I'm getting closer and closer. So by week 2, I was ready to jump on a plane and come back to the USA because I was getting lost on the metro, getting lost in the city. No one, I was talking to knew the language. And I think when we come from the United States and we're guests in other people's country, we
Mhm.
have to learn at least the basic greetings, because
Mhm.
people are not going to stop and
Mhm.
wait for you to pull out your phone to do a Google Translate. They don't have that
Amen.
kind of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So.
even with the French have a bad rep, but
Mhm.
you're not speaking their language. They don't know what you're saying. I had a very good experience with the French. They were very polite. And I just wanted to say that was really a great experience. I met people from all parts of the world, and white people from like Norway, and they didn't have that same racial tension that we experience in the USA.
Mhm.
It was like the people in Europe knew our history, the African history, like going back to the kingdoms.
Mhm.
And I was surprised. There
Well,
were
this,
U.S.
Yvette, we gotta move on. We gotta grab
Okay,
more folks.
okay.
So I
I
want
just
you to
want to
say thank
say
you, and we
it
want
was
to give
just
you a hand. We want to wrap our hands around you. Everybody give Yvette a great shout out for her
Yes,
experience
indeed.
when she got to, was it Morocco? You said was it Spain?
no,
Yeah.
Madrid.
Madrid.
Yeah,
Madrid.
Morocco is close though.
Okay.
That's
All
my
right.
next
So
step.
let's give
Yeah.
her a shot, y'all. Let's give her a shot.
Yay!
All
There you go. That's
right.
what's
All
up.
right.
All
Yeah.
right. Way to go.
That
Yes.
That's right.
experience.
Safe
That's right.
Yes,
travels.
yes.
Absolutely. We learn a lot when we travel. You
Yeah,
see,
man.
different change the atmosphere. I just came back from Mexico. So I was in Mexico for the whole, celebrating my 25th wedding anniversary. And definitely the language is a thing. You got to start to have your language together and, have the basic greetings and all that is good. All right, let's see. Anybody else have a testimony? Anybody have anything before we go into questions or concerns? Anybody? Y'all done filled it up today, boy.
Man, what you talking about? Ain't got no time for no stuff. I had to come at you, boy.
Filled it up today. All right, we're going to go and start in with our questions. And Big B, you want to start with wherever?
Yeah, I've got one question here from Wade. They want to know, what do you do suggest for gout sufferers?
Well, remember, gout is always inflammation. That's over and over again. We going back to pH again. It's all means the same thing. So it may give a different title, but it means inflammation. That's all it is.
Yes,
Body
yes.
going after you now because you're too acidic. So it's going to go after that foot or that thing that, that area of the body that's going to the joints, the ligaments, the connective tissue, the hip, the knees, anywhere it can go to now raise the pH. So what do you got to do? You got to get your pH up. So that means things that help to raise the pH would be what? Alkaline, hydrogen-based, green drinks, coral, calciums, all those things we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. So you got to raise that pH. And most importantly, how do you know? Because you're testing yourself. Test yourself to know where you are at all time. Know how to test yourself. Do your pH. And Wade, I'm sure you can help somebody. If it's somebody show them how to test their pH and do it on a regular basis. And that's going to be your barometer of health right there. All right? Okay. All right, next one.
All right, Phyllis from Facebook want to know if is CMOS safe?
Yes, CMOS is safe. You just got to make
sure. The CMOS man is in the house tonight.
CMOS man is in the house. He in here?
Yes, sir. CMOS man is here.
CMOS man, is he in here? Where is he?
He's in there. So I just saw something on the side, so I know he's here.
Is he in here? All right. Well, we'll give him a shout out. And that's yes. You got to know where you're getting your CMOS from. And definitely I would suggest our brother Derek and CMOS man, we call him. He can definitely say that he is someone that I would trust that would get his stuff. He's very very on top of it and confident about who he gets it from. So yeah, you got to watch it because there is a lot of fake stuff out there, just like anything. People want to make money. So get it from a reputable source and get someone. I think if you see his, you have his information in there.
Yes, it's there. If anyone needs CMOS, check my website at cmosforlife.com. He says I do local deliveries to Philly and surrounding areas. So choose local delivery, and he will also ship throughout.
Okay. Sounds good. Right. Good stuff.
All right. Let me see. Excuse me. Oh, by the way, Dr. Lenny's in the house tonight as well. We're having fingers. So I just saw him say, hey, everybody. He just wanted to know that he's in the place.
Reese is in the house. Dr. Clarinda's in the house.
Yes.
We got a lot of good folks in today.
Lisa's in the house. Everybody
is in the house. Yes. All right. So go ahead and wherever you want to start there, Big B.
All right, so when we go up, cameras up in the corner. Most of the other things have already been answered, so we go up to camera on the top.
Brother Cameron, what's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, Karen's in the house too. So
that's right.
All right, good evening, everyone. Real quick, Dr. Paul, I got some things in the mail yesterday. The intelligent detector got mine. You had mentioned a while ago about the earwax things. I got that.
Okay.
Finally.
All right. You want to show them what that is? Show them what that earwax thing is.
I didn't open the package yet, but here it is where you.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
it was a long time ago. You mentioned it, but I've been putting it off. And so I finally just got that. I haven't broken open the intelligent detector yet, but that's coming.
Yes.
So next week, I'm going to have a surprise for you. You like gadgets. I like gadgets, but I'm going to up you one next week.
Oh, look out now, Dr.
That means it's on order.
No, I got it.
You got it?
I picked it up yesterday, but
I walked in the door.
I'm
I
up.
said,
You
"Okay,
won
okay,
next
Pastor."
week. So,
Okay, all right.
right.
What do you
All right.
need?
So,
Mute yourself, Flo. There we go. Thank you.
so
All right,
I'm
go
going to have a question after this. There's one thing that I've been trying to adhere to in situations like this is tell them, show them, let them. You tell us a lot. And, you know, I know everyone doesn't grasp what you tell us and all. So right now, I figure, let me show.
Okay.
them, right?
Right.
So my green test.
Okay.
Right? I actually have right here red cabbage. Right? So
take it off. Take the plastic off if you can. Can you take the plastic off, or just a little space in there just to make sure no interruption there? Yeah. Just a little space that you can reach it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I got it.
All right. So y'all see what he's doing, right? You know what this is. For this is the first time you're joining us. That's called a green test. It's a green test device that's used for testing the levels of nitrates that are in the fruits and vegetables. Now, we can't see the screen there. If you pull it back a little bit, maybe we can see it.
But you'll see it when it change color.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
so what are you doing? So make sure you tell them, everybody, what you're doing.
That look like purple cabbage. Yep, purple cabbage.
Yes, purple cabbage.
Okay.
And what I did, I pulled up on the screen cabbage. It's on the screen.
Okay.
I'm putting it in the red cabbage. And I'm doing it so you all can see. And then I push measure.
Okay, we can't see it. If you hold it back a little bit, we can see it.
It is so much for showing. I tried. 9999 high level.
Yep, there you go. See that right there, y'all? And that's supposed to be organic?
Well, I got it from an Asian place a couple months ago that just opened recently. So I finally found red cabbage for the first time.
Right.
And this is what I found with it very high, which is going to lead to a question for you. All right. But I know people hear you talking about it, but I wanted to actually try to show. And
usually it's red when it's that high.
Yeah, it's definitely red. It's actually maxed out.
Right.
When it gets all the nines, when you get all the nines across the board, that means it literally said you off the board. You're off the chart. Literally, if I got to take you any farther with any numbers and you still eating that, something wrong with you.
Right.
Right. So now I just measured again because it's all over the place. Now it's 1300, but says caution.
Right.
So it leads to a question. Actually, you just answered the question before I asked it.
Right.
So my question was going to be, because I go back and forth with this, is there a way to clean something like this with the Bob's Red Mill aluminum-free baking soda, or should something like this just be trashed?
It should be trashed. That's what it said. It says unsafe. Trash. See, when you just took that measurement, see that needle that goes down certain levels deep. That means it's in there. It's in there. It's absorbed all throughout the entire cabbage. So that's why, when they're growing, anything that grows on the ground, this is my theory, and going back to that theory and understanding that everything that's on the ground, that grows on the ground because of the water and the rains, is absorbing a lot of that water that is being rinsed down to things like beets, radishes, cabbage, all of those things, watermelon, all of the cantaloupe, all of those that are on the ground. You're going to see a lot of those with high level nitrate levels. And I have not been, everything that I've done that with, all of them have 999s all the way across the board. Now, I'm going to take you a little further there, Karen.
You can see the red now.
I can see the red.
Yes.
It's blowing up.
Yeah.
Yes.
See those nines?
Yeah, man.
So
That's crazy.
Look at the machine, and Karen, pull it up one more time. Can you? I'm gonna stop talking. So just start talking a little bit, and you'll go back to you.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the very top part of the indicator will tell you what's a normal level.
Right.
So what's the normal level for cabbage?
900 mg/kg.
Right. So 900 milligrams
Milligrams
is
per kilogram.
supposedly normal nitrate level. See, all fruits and vegetables have a nitrate. That's natural. But when they saturate it through industrialization, they're saturating the oil, the soils, and then also you're getting runoff from storms, right? So it's going to saturate this stuff to the point where literally you're going to get numbers as high as 99999. How many nines was that? Was that 999,000?
No,
9,000.
4 nines.
Right, 9,000.
99.
Wow,
99,000.
99,000. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
4
just takes you
nines.
from 900
to 9,000.
Yes.
There they go.
That shows you that's 9,999. Right. So we're talking about that's the level of nitrate level. Now, can you imagine when somebody takes that cabbage and is mixing that or juicing that with 3 or 4 other vegetables?
Right.
That may be as high or higher.
Right.
See what's happening? And this is what I was telling y'all about why you need to get this, especially if you're vegan or vegetarian or you do a lot of juicing. I know it's hard to hear. Guess what? You got to pay attention to this. You got to get one of these testers. It's the most critical thing that you're going to need.
What model is that? So, because some people are asking what it is.
It's
Called
the
the green test. What model is that?
It's the green test. I have the RF
9F,
black.
right?
I have the RF black. Yeah. Yeah, that's the black version.
Not available now.
Yeah, it's actually, if you go out there, you can find it. It's out there. But any version, there's the white version also. It just has different features. But any of them with the green test is the company I would suggest. Just, utilize any one of them and it will have the same features are on here, on all of them. Just as long as it can take, and test those numbers. You need to get some kind of numbers or some kind of grasp on where things are. Okay?
Can I ask a question, Dr. Paul? Good evening, everybody. Good evening,
Hey, sure,
Dr. Paul.
Carol.
Sure.
Karen, was that organic?
I don't remember if it's organic because I've had it for over a month and I've just been waiting for a moment like this to ask before I ate it. So I don't think it was organic. I don't recall seeing organic. I don't, but I'm not sure.
You got it from Asians and you've had it that long and it's not rotted? No.
Oh, wow.
I was just about to say the same thing, Loretta. You had a month. Oh, Lord.
It was preserved with that plastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, you're welcome.
The case with that.
Hey, Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
I had to throw away a whole watermelon. Same thing. I started cutting into the watermelon, was enjoying it, and I said, let me test it though. I tested it and it was coming up red.
Yeah.
999 for watermelon. I had to throw the whole watermelon away. I was hurt.
Yeah.
Was it seed or seedless?
It was seeded. That's why I thought it was
good.
Yeah.
Not all seeds are good.
That's why I'm saying,
I had to throw the whole watermelon away.
If we had one thing to worry about, which was whether it's seeded or not, the other thing that we're missing right now has a lot to do with these nitrates. These nitrate levels are too high. And they're way too high past the level where you could be consuming this stuff, especially if you're juicing. So be very careful. Get one of these monitors. And remember, we said if you're going into the stores, as long as you get one, don't go in there, just putting anything and everything in the market. All right. I don't want y'all getting in trouble. All right. So I do want to say, if you plan on buying it, then you can test it. Got it? If you plan on buying, I think that's fair. So if it's fair that you're gonna purchase it, and if you test it and it's off, then you can alert the produce manager that, hey, if you're aware of this, but here's a tester. See, a lot of these people don't understand what's really happening. So you're going to be an educator and help them out with that. So
and Dr. Paul, you still gotta watch. It may say organic, but that doesn't mean it's organic.
Exactly.
You got it.
So very true.
Dr.
But they don't have a lot of nitrates, even though it's organic. It still have a lot of nitrates.
Yep, you got it.
Dr. Paul, what about the vegetables that you grow in your yard? Because I'm growing my own.
Well, the whole point is what you're putting the soil on. What is your soil? Okay, that's the key. Soil is the
the
key.
soil with that instrument?
No. Follow me now. what's happening is what the difference between your garden versus what's going on out in these farmlands is they're highly spraying with pesticides and sprays and the nitrates. Got it? That's the difference. If you're just using, natural organic soil, organic seeds, you should be okay. Okay. But without a doubt, whenever you get your first harvest, you can always test it. Okay.
What about APL?
What was that?
The APL that
Right.
appeal.
Right. The appeal
Yeah.
spray is the new spray that you'll see a lot of people talking about, the appeal spray. And appeal spray, the problem with appeal is that the appeal spray has been, when they registered the appeal spray, it actually registered as a active pesticide.
Yeah.
So they're registering and marketing it as a protective for giving the life of the fruits and vegetable a longer lifespan in the transportation. But we're noticing that it's actually, when they listed it, they listed as a active pesticide. So definitely no appeal spray. We say no appeal spray.
Dr. Paul, in the area where we live, me and Bill live at, they're spraying for mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
What about that?
Well, the same thing. A lot of the sprays that they're doing for the mosquitoes, they've been doing that for a while. They've been doing a lot of that spraying down in parts of Florida and parts of the upper parts of Maine right now, in Boston and Maine area. And they're trying to control this thing, and they're trying to do this. This is a concern with foods. If it catches in the wind, where's it going? It's going on croplands. So that's why we got to test. We got to test. I'll say everything you do, test. Everything and everywhere you go. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Anyone else? Let's see. What do we have there, Big B?
Well, that's it for me, Dr. Paul. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate you, buddy.
Okay, Karen.
I was trying to find, there is a document, and it's a document I'm going to try to find while we're looking at this. I'm gonna try to find this document on the appeal. If I can find it, I'll bring it up. It's a document that shows you that the appeal spray, what they actually did, the official documents of it, and how when they registered as a pesticide. They're like, I didn't think people can read. People actually can read now.
No, some of them can't.
Hey, Dr. Paul, was appeal the same chemical that you were saying they put on wheat to make it stand up so it can be harvested easily?
No, that's actually a different one. That's a different one, but that's a different chemical that they use. But this is.
You remember that name?
Yeah. That's a long name too.
Okay.
So these are all these things that they're doing are definitely, here it is right here. EPA pesticides. Here we go. I'm gonna drop this to myself here. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to let you see what these pesticides look like when they send them. Let me update this. I'm going to drop it to myself. See if I can pull it up. Just to let you see what it means. When they register it, they have to register it through the FDA. So when you're doing this, it's going to have certain things that they have to reveal. So when they're revealing this stuff, where are you? So open. Let's see if I can open. Go ahead, Big B. Grab somebody else while I'm doing this.
Eva wanted to know about Reggie's rice. Is it good to take Reggie's rice, CoQ10, to lower your cholesterol?
Sure. All good.
That and with PQQ?
Well, each person has, you may not need all of that, but those you may see those in combination. That's a good combination. CoQ10, of course, is the coenzyme. It's used for the rhythm of the heart. It also is something that's guaranteed and mandatory in places like Canada. So if you have cholesterol, if you're on a statin, they require you to have a CoQ10 in order to actually complement the fact that they know that statins reduce the amount of CoQ10, which is the enzyme that gives it the spark, allows it to keep the rhythm going. And then, of course, Reggie's rice is definitely something that's always been known to help to clean the liver. So whenever you clean the liver, you clean the blood. So that means it's going to bring down cholesterol levels. So yes, all good.
All right. Glory Kincaid up in the corner unless there's something else. Glory, you there? There you go.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Hey, Gloria,
Okay,
what's
just
going on?
hey. I just want to get something straight. Probably I know two things. The oils, I think specifically the olive oil, the ones you said to do and not do. Do you have that listed on your website, or can you run it down? I got a pen in my hand now.
Sure. The oils to do and not do. You stay away from the worst of the worst is canola oil. No canola oil. Got it? No corn oil. Okay. No vegetable oil. And no peanut oil. Those are the main ones right there.
All right.
Okay. So if you're looking at those that are safe to eat or the safe to consume would be sunflower oil. But you got to make sure that they're unrefined.
Unrefined, yes.
Right. Everything should be unrefined. Who's the greatest refiners, y'all? We are.
We are.
Refined. So we want unrefined sunflower, safflower. Got it? Those have the highest smoke point, by the way. So that's the highest smoke point on that, meaning that it won't burn. It's 528 degrees. So that's broiling temperature. So that's one of the best ones. So you also have grapeseed. You have avocado. And remember, if you're doing olive oil, make sure, of course, no olive oil from Italy is what we say. And that's only
that was what I wanted. None from Italy.
Yeah, that's the one that we got to watch out for. Because if you're talking about olive oil from Italy, they still having little problems with the, the fact that they confiscated 7,000 tons of it, and it was actually not olive oil, but was actually canola oil. So
All right.
that's where the problem. So you got it from Spain. Safe places for olive oil would be Spain, Greece, Turkey, or Morocco.
Okay. Yeah, I think when I was talking to my daughter,
would be the best. Morocco would be one of the best right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
I
good.
think that was what my daughter had said. Morocco was the best. Okay, so that answered that. The other thing, sometimes I see people doing recipes or referring to a lemon, and then they show a lime. A lemon and lime, are they the same?
No, they're not the same. They're actually different, right?
Yep.
The lime actually is higher alkaline. So if you have an alkaline acid food chart, you'll see that the lime is actually higher. It's actually,
Except, Dr. Paul, except in Africa, their limes are called lemon. That might be what.
That might be what I saw then.
Yeah.
If
you're out of the country, their lemons are not yellow. Their lemons are actually limes. But they call them lemons.
And then that's a cultural change, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think that's what I'm seeing. Because somebody will do a recipe, they'll say a lemon, and I look and they got a lime. It's like, well, is that interchangeable? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, as long as it got seeds, you good.
All right, Providence. Dr. Paul, thank you. Thank you so much.
Very good. Very good.
Paul, what that just want to ask, with the vegetable oil, just why isn't that? Because some people would think, well, it's vegetables, so vegetable oil. Why not the vegetable oil? What's
because it's hydrogenated. They're
okay.
Hydrogenated.
All right.
Yeah, they're usually hydrogenated. They're highly hydrogenated, which means that they're chemical, literally more chemicals than anything. So with that, every time you have something that's hydrogenated and it's refined, it's going to pull the moisture outside of you, and that's what's going to now cause high blood pressure. It's going to also pull the moisture out of your arteries, your veins, and your nervous system, clogs up the liver. So now that's going to raise the LDL or throw that LDL number off. So you got to stay off.
Yeah, and one more thing when you talk, because the refined and unrefined, I saw a product that actually said Crisco coconut oil, but it was refined.
Yeah, that's refined.
And so because these companies are trying to jump on the bandwagon.
They all trying to. They know, people.
And it was refined.
Yeah, well, if it's refined, you can't mess with it.
Right.
Yeah, but it had that symbol, that Crisco symbol. It said Crisco.
Right, but you remember
Yeah.
Crisco is the first sign. That was the first hydrogenated oil.
Yes.
That was the first
Yeah.
hydrogenated. You remember hydrogenization happened with Procter and Gamble.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
They had that, and they took oils and it makes it hard like a rock. So that was where Crisco came for. That's what Crisco means. Crisco means crystallized cottonseed oil. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Crystallized cottonseed oil. So that's gonna you eat anything that's cooked or baked in that, and guess what? It's gonna dehydrate you. It's gonna pull your moisture in. That's where people started having heart attack, diabetes, strokes, all kind of stuff. So leave it alone. Okay.
Okay.
Corn oil good, Dr. Paul?
What was that?
Corn oil.
Corn oil.
No. Corn oil.
No.
All right, good. I want to be clear. I heard a doctor say that corn oil was good. I want to be clear.
That's the problem. You talk to a doctor.
Right. And the allopathic doctors, they don't
Behave,
study.
Neith.
They don't study this part.
Neith, it is what it is. They got to
They
bring
don't
it
learn
on.
this in medical school.
Nope.
They don't.
Nope, that's true. That's so
Corn
very
is,
true.
remember, the corn is the most genetically modified
On the
of any
planet.
and or product on the planet,
Yep.
hands down.
Yep.
Remember I did the documentary. Remember I did the piece called "Corn in Your Hair."
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
That is real. Corn in your hair.
Yeah, I have a video on my desktop right now called King Corn, Dr. Paul.
Yep,
You know what that's
King
all about.
Corn. We talk
Gives
about
that whole history.
corn. Yes, King Corn. Finding people analyzing their hair and finding corn in their hair.
This doctor, she was saying, she's quoting from the Heart Association, saying that corn oil is good.
Well,
Criminals.
They don't
Criminals.
know what she's talking
Right
about.
on doing their thing.
Criminals.
Right. She's setting you up for more people to come in to be her clients.
Well,
You got it. Yeah.
Bill, you got to realize that this stuff is not driven by health.
Oh, no
It's
doubt.
driven
No
by
doubt.
money.
Yep.
Big farmer.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's driven by money. My first cousin is a corporate pharmacist for GlaxoSmithKline.
Mhm.
She sells all the medicines that go in the hospitals from Virginia all the way up to the top of the country.
Mhm.
And the whole Dr. Paul said, you got to know who's talking to you.
I know that's right.
I agree.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
You got to know who's talking to you. And I'm telling you, I'm a dialysis patient. 80% of the people in our dialysis center, I go to the Vita Dialysis Center in Seoul. 80% of them got knee problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're walking with canes and they got knee problems.
Right.
That's right.
And it's because that, it turns around and it draws the moisture out of your joints.
You got it. That's right, Doc. You got it. You got it.
Because you're on water restriction.
Yep. Yeah. Isn't that it's a conflict of interest when you're supposed to. The thing that can get you right is the very thing they tell you need to stay away from.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
You know, and that's why, of course, when you are so acidic, it's going to go after your connective tissue.
Yeah.
That's your omegas. That's your omega-3, 6, 7, and 9, man. It's going to pull all. It's going to make everything calcified like a rock.
Mm.
So that's
The other problem with Dr. Paul is that a lot of the medications got aluminum in it.
Yeah.
They had me on 24 pills. And I had all this aluminum in my system, couldn't figure out what it was. And my wife went to the pharmacy, because you have to understand the doctors are not trained, they're not trained in pharmacology.
Yep.
No, but yet they are the point where the pharmaceutical companies got them pushing the medicine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so my wife went to the pharmacy and had them go through the pills, and they said, "You getting this aluminum through the medicine."
Yeah.
I went from 24 pills, I'm down to 6.
God bless you, bro. Woo.
Yes. Hallelujah. Let's give him a shout.
God bless you, bro.
That's another one of those stealth testimonies.
All right, man.
Good
Good work. Good
That's
work.
what it's all about.
Break it down.
I just got out of the hospital about a week ago, I was in there for 8 days.
Somebody mute Dr. Lenny,
Yeah,
please.
that's new Dr. Lenny.
Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah. There you go.
I was in the hospital for 8 days, Dr. Paul. I had a hole in my groin wall, and man, my stomach was killing me. Couldn't figure out why. And they had to literally put this long needle down in my stomach and draw out the water that had accumulated there. I had 2.5 gallons of water in the lower part of my stomach.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I was a sick puppy. I thought I was leaving up out of here. And I was in there for 8 days. My wife, thank God for her, she stuck with me. And I told her, I said, do not let me die in this hospital. When I told her, I said, don't let me die. Don't leave me up in here. You stay with me. And so I'm out. I had the operation to sew up the place in my groin. I had the operation to withdraw that water out of my system, and I'm not in the pain that I was in, thank God.
Amen.
And tomorrow after my dialysis, I got to go back for a follow-up with my groin to my surgeon. But I was a sick puppy. I thought I was gone, Dr. Paul.
Well, you can't go nowhere, Apostle. So just get that in your head.
Everybody
I'm telling
call
you
me,
right
y'all.
now.
Let's give Rev a hand. We're gonna
At all.
wrap our
Yeah.
arm around you. We're gonna
Yeah,
give you prayer, Rev.
All right. You don't have permission.
Congratulations. Prayer
Congratulations.
changes everything.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Let me tell
Hang
you
in there,
something.
Rev.
God is so faithful.
Let me tell you what the Lord told me before. First time I went in the hospital, and I had never been in the hospital a day in my life. He told me this. He said, I'm healing you little by little,
Yes.
day by day, and it will manifest in total victory.
There you go. That's all that's necessary.
Amen.
And you know one thing I know about God? He don't lie.
I know that's right.
He's in charge.
Matter of fact, he
That's
can't
right.
lie.
He keeps all his promises.
You can lean on him because he can't lie.
Yeah.
That's right.
Every time they came to me, Dr. Paul, with a report, under my breath, I said what God said.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Amen. Amen.
It comes a time you got to lean on his promises.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
And he'll bring you. He'll bring you.
Always.
He
out.
keeps
I'm
all
here.
his promises. Keeps all his promises.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
here, Dr. Paul. I'm here.
Yes.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
That's right.
I know that's right.
He's a prayer answering God. He answers prayer.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
That's right.
All right.
Amen. Apostle. Thank you so much for that testimony.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear
That's
that.
going to help somebody today. You know, somebody that's going through something. Like we say, you're going either in something, you're going through something, you're about to go into something, you're in something, you're coming out of something.
Coming out of something. That's
You got to
exactly
rest
right.
on that word, because that's what I see all the time when people are going through those situations. That's why testimonies are so important for you to hear. And that's why I stress so much with them. So thank you so much, Rev. I really appreciate you. Hey, you stay, and if you need anything, give me a call, okay?
That's right. And you know I'm right around the corner. So just holler at me. I'll be on my horse right down the street.
That's right. You're on your horse. You know.
That's right, buddy. All right, real quick, Dr. Paul. There was one question I want to know if is there a good dermatologist that you can recommend? And to a question to Karam about what was that the intelligence detector?
Yes. Okay. Dermatologists. We address those issues because with anything with skin, we're going to deal with the liver. So everyone that I've dealt with that came through that had issues with skin, you know, we clean them up by cleaning the liver. Clean the liver, you clean skin, but it starts from the inside out. Remember, inconsistencies on the outside represent inconsistencies on the inside. You gotta clean the blood. That's the key. So I usually help folks with that. I don't have any specific person to send them to because they all get into methods that are outside of the line of understanding when it comes to what really is the problem. So that's why we don't put anything topical. We help you with the topical, but we first deal with the inside. Along with the inside of cleaning the liver, we would do what's called draws. There's actually herbs that draw. that old folks used to say, you gotta put a draw on it. Meaning that pulls that stuff out of you. But at the same time, you gotta clean the liver and clean the blood. Got it? So that's what we would do. So I would say for that person, come on in, have an assessment. I'll sit you down and we'll get you straight. I work with teenagers all the time. Anyone, teenagers or someone that has a lot of issues with skin, eczema, psoriasis, bumps, blisters, boils, anything that's going on, we get it off of you. But you got to clean the blood. All right.
You absolutely right, Dr. Paul. A lot of times with the eczema, parasites.
Yep, parasites. You got to clean that stuff. Got to clean the gut. Clean the liver, clean the gut. Those all of the two things that you got to do. Yep. Thank you so much, Nita. Yeah.
Alopecia also?
What was that?
Alopecia of the scalp also?
Alopecia.
Well, alopecia can be something else. It's different. You have to find out what is the cause for the alopecia. See, sometimes, some of the areas of alopecia, there's 12 different variations of alopecia, believe it or not. And some of them are contributing to structural issues, which means like traction alopecia, that means that some may have either through damage through chemicals or the weight of, hair, things like that. So there's a lot of things that can be contributed that has to be analyzed. We have to analyze and assess and analyze the situation first before we can determine what's best for them.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right.
Good stuff, though. Yeah.
All right, Stephanie, you're up next. Stephanie Young. There you go.
Yeah, I have two questions.
What's up, Stephanie? How you doing?
I'm good, Pastor Dr. Paul. We good. We hanging in there.
Good.
All right. All right.
And I have two questions. One is, can a person with liver cancer be healed?
Well, you got to understand what the word heal means. Heal really means to bring back the balance.
Bring back the balance.
That's what we mean, right? That's when, when you say heal, people act funny because we know that means for the allopathic industry a pill. We say the body corrects itself 11 times faster than you get sick. So it's either in a state of building up or tearing down. And the word dis-ease is just from the first word that starts with, is called ease, which means balance. But when it's out of balance, that's what the word dis-ease means. It just means out of balance. So when we feed the body corrects itself. Now the body goes back into a state of ease. That's balance. That's what the allopath would call heal. But we say it's just balance. So when you have a liver, the greatest chances for liver is that the liver can regenerate itself faster than any organ. And you would clean the blood. Again, you clean the blood. Back to that again. Believe it or not, you can, if you get anything and they say, we don't know what it is. Matter of fact, it's a syndrome. They'll call it all kinds of names. That means they don't have a clue. We say clean the blood. When you clean the blood, that really corrects a lot of problems because all the blood flows through every organ every 20 minutes. All right. Every 20 minutes, blood flows through every organ in the body. So if you clean the liver, you clean every organ. So, all right. So start there. All right. You there?
Yes. The other question is, I work with hundreds of kids, and every child has silver teeth. Today, I spoke to a child.
You said silver?
No, silver
crowns. Temporary crowns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From massive decay.
And I mean, all their mouths. But this is what I was wondering. There was a child I was working with today in special ed. And she seemed to be in like excruciating pain. So much she wants to bite. She wanted to bite. She wanted to bite the clothes, my pants. I'm literally like as if biting it. You know how children, infants need teething, tools, those biters. It was like that. And in her mouth, I could see like almost 2 rows of teeth, and most of them were capped with the mercury, silver crown. Yeah. And this went on for hours.
Yeah.
And so when her mother came, I was telling her about that. And she was saying she's not verbal. She's not that verbal. And her mother was saying she's trying to tell me that her teeth were hurting, but she has a dental appointment tomorrow. And she's going to ask about that, because when the child was 2 years old, the dentist didn't ask the mother, but filled all those teeth with the mercury silver crowns.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
I'm just wondering,
Yep.
what
You're spot on. You're spot on. How old is the child? How old is the
she's
child?
only 8. She's a big girl for 8, but I mean, she's on the floor screaming, hollering, trying to bite. She's trying to bite my arm, she's trying to bite me, but she held onto my clothes and was biting my pants.
Yeah.
And, the only thing I could do was try to, comfort her.
Right. So
Thanks
here,
to her, she went to
where it
sleep.
starts, Stephanie. You have a very what we say subject that's touchy with a lot of people, because here we are, they're told, they give us something and they tell you the children are being exposed to fluoride treatments. And on our natural side, we don't recommend the fluoride. Okay, so that's number one. Usually fluoride causes what's called fluorosis, and that's a browning of your teeth. And then when you see your teeth start turning brown, what's the first thing you want to do next?
Right.
What you want to do? You want to whiten them, right? So you start to take the whitening, then now you bleach them. Now, when you bleach them, they give you a bleaching agent. Now you're going to strip them down. Now you're going to take the enamel, which is the protective coating, off the teeth. Now you're extra sensitive. So now hot and cold, you got, ow, ooh, ah. Now I got another one. I got to give you a Sensodyne or a sensitive, toothpaste. I just took you through 3 toothpaste in 3 brands. But really what's happening now, you're decaying the level of bone density in the lining of the teeth and the jawbone, everything. So you got people that are young folks would have no teeth. They have dentures now. There's a lot of people that do it because they've been bleaching and doing all these things, not understanding that, the fluoride, like I said, it's a touchy issue because people push it as a health product. But remember, when they actually did the study for fluoride, they told you, they said those that breast with fluoride have what? Fewer cavities. Right? But they never told you because nobody read the study. Everybody's going on saying, oh, well, we got to have this. And I get into it with the dentist and I tell them, look, did you read the study? They didn't read the study. You know what the study says? We gave the patient fluoride and all the teeth fell out. So the only reason they really have fewer cavities because they have no teeth. You got it? So what's happening is it's decaying the teeth. You need to give them something and introduce her to something like the Mizwak. The Mizwak, which is the tree, something like that. That's something that she can chew on. And also will help to deal with tooth decay, but it'll help to regenerate the gums and the lining. Now, with the metal and the mercury fillings, you got to remove that stuff. I'm surprised somebody even put that in her mouth. She's at 8 years old.
They put it in her mouth when she was 2 years old.
Oh, God.
Somebody, Dr. Paul, she must have had extensive dental decay. This is one of the largest money makers for pediatric dentists. And they don't even give the kids' teeth a chance to really get in and develop. And before they have decay, which is dietary, giving the kids the wrong types of things. And then the mom signed a consent to have it done because they put those kids to sleep. They sedate them to do those procedures.
Wow.
So they didn't explain it to her, or she didn't understand what she was signing, but she signed for it.
Yeah, that's right. So what happens is you gotta watch, and you have to question everything, family. Because now when that decays the teeth, now it starts to remember, every tooth in your mouth is connected to an organ in your body. Got it? So wherever that position is that starts to get in that lining, now it gets eventually into the blood system. So now you got a poison now. It is listed as skull and bones. Now, if you got mercury, that is now a element in your body. So these are poisons. The body cannot break down metals. So that's why heavy metal toxin can cross into the blood-brain barrier. So now we're talking about another issue. So it gets very complicated, Stephanie. I would say it starts with education. Have them set up an appointment. I can give them our point. If she decides to go this route, to help her with that. Well, we can get a little clarity. She needs some clarity right now.
And Dr. Paul, with the tooth whitening, people need to understand teeth are bones. The bones are not bright white.
That's right.
Right.
Anybody in everybody. Yes, everybody knows that bone is not white. It is what? If you saw a big B, if I told you, you saw down the street a pearl Mercedes or a white Mercedes, you would know the difference, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. Wow.
That's why pearl is pearly whites.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Knows that pearl bone is yellow. It's not white. But yet people look funny when they bleach their teeth and they got white teeth.
Yeah, they do.
Actually look funny. It's not real.
That's Hollywood, Dr. P.
That's Hollywood. That's
Yes,
imagery. That's all that stuff. Yeah.
And some of us can't keep our mouths shut and we see it and say, you know, that's not natural.
Yeah.
You know, turn out the lights, they still can see you.
Dr. Paul, what about screw in dentures today that everybody's offering? What about
screw dentures?
Yeah. Oh, the implants.
The
implants titanium
or
implants.
Yeah,
implants, you mean?
The key word with that is titanium. You know,
no good.
No good. I would not put that. You're putting metal in the body again. You know, it's
doing stuff into your body.
You're putting metal in the body. So whether you're doing, titanium, braces, all that mercury, all that stuff, it eventually tears down the autonomic system. The autonomic system is what's called the walking, the talking, the balance, the coordination of your body. So that's why it tears down the eventually the myelin sheath, which is actually the protective coating on the body. That's what causes things and moves into damage into things like Parkinson's, ALS, Lou Gehrig's, multiple sclerosis. So you got to leave that stuff alone. It's very unnatural, and the body can't function with that.
Did you say braces?
Braces, all the stuff. All that's metal. Any metal in the body.
What should you do instead for the braces?
Invisalign.
They have Invisalign. They have ways.
Invisalign. Yep.
Yeah.
Right, but some people look like, for example, when my goddaughter got her braces, Invisalign wasn't going to be able to straighten her teeth out the way her teeth were crooked.
Well, everyone has to be on a certain, it's on an as needed basis. I don't know what the complications were with that, but definitely there's also a bone density issue. So we have to address both. On our side, we address the bone density issue along with alignment. So I can't speak on the lines of why it did not work and why it wouldn't, but Invisalign, that's usually your alternative to braces right now. So I don't know what the complication may have been with that, but I think
for children, Dr. Paul, even for children?
No.
Teenagers?
No. That's what I'm talking about for a child. Like she needed braces. Invisalign wasn't going to work for her.
Here's the thing.
How old was the child?
Here's the thing.
16.
Let me give you an example. They told my son, the dentist told my son when he was about 8 years old, about 7 to 8 years old. They said, well, his tooth is not coming down. And that there's a tooth right around here on the canines that doesn't come down. And he says, well, he's going to need braces and he's going to need surgery first to pull it down. And then they're going to need braces to line it up. And I looked at it and I started laughing. She says, what are you laughing? I said, there's no way that's going to happen. I said, we're just going to let it do what it do. and then, don't you know, 2 months later, it came on down.
Wow.
So I'm saying this. I don't know the situation. That's why you have to take each situation as it is. Okay. Yes. And each situation is different, but it has to be evaluated properly. I think that you need to look at all options. Sometimes you just need to leave stuff alone and let it
just
take its
wait.
course.
I promise patience,
They
Dr.
look
P.
like it because when they're young, they're developing. So things that develop don't happen in the protocol numbers that they actually set for it. So they were telling him that, oh yeah, your son's supposed to be, his tooth's supposed to drop a long time ago. I said, nah. I said, we're gonna let it do what it do. And guess what? 2 months later, it came right on down. Got it?
Wow.
So if I had listened to her, I would have had him doing surgery and with braces, and she was convinced he needed all of this stuff. I said, no, I don't believe that. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to just get as much information as possible so that you can make a better informed decision. That's why I say I can't speak for everybody. I can't see because every situation is going to be different. But use your best judgment by understanding also. Sometimes when they're young, you just gotta leave it alone. See what happens because they're developing. And when developments happen with children at different rates and at different times. Some develop faster than others, some are slower than others. So be careful with that. Just get evaluated. Okay? All right. Anybody else? See what we got, everybody?
The last thing I wanted to say for the lady with the daughter who 16 needs braces. Dr. Farrell also offers, I think, porcelain.
Yeah, look at all the options. I would just look into all the different options as much as you can. Do a little bit more research and do the best you can. Okay, definitely you do that. All right, Stephanie, is that the last question you had there?
That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Good stuff.
Okay,
Good stuff.
Dr. One question before we go up to Linda. She says, what's the remedy though if you had a tooth pulled and need to put something in its place?
Well, we're not saying that you can't put anything in there. It's just that they have the amalgamation, they have the small one, they have different versions, just no metal. That's the whole point. The metal is the problem. Yeah, that's the metal. There's a lot of options for that, but just no metal. Metal is not supposed to be in your mouth. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Hey,
Linda.
Bill.
Yes,
Hey, Bill.
yes, Karen.
Yeah, quick point of information. The person before Stephanie had asked 2 questions, and her second question was asking about the intelligent detector.
Yeah, detector, correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Which defer to Dr. Paul for that.
Oh yeah.
Chat box.
This is it right here. This is it. This is it right here. Intelligent. You got the detector. It's called the intelligent detector. I took this on vacation with me, and it does work. It really works. It's something that you can use, and it's used for the purpose of, here it is right here. Matter of fact, I got it right here. Here it is. If y'all can see this right here. Okay, it turns on. See right there? And what it does, it detects things like anything that's projecting a signal. And that signal is things like, ladies, you all need this.
Amen.
This is a tracking, it detects tracking devices.
Yes.
And a lot of times you got to watch the tracking devices that may be on like things like, see my phone is next to it right now. But what you have, anything that's tracking device, you got to make sure that you check your car. This is what women are using to track around their car. Take this, walk right around your car. That's all you do. Around that area, around the car, underneath the tire, inside of those areas, the door lining, anywhere somebody can stick a tag on. And that's because they're tracking women right now and people.
What's it called?
It's called an intelligent detector.
Intelligent detector.
Intelligent detector. It also detects hidden cameras also.
I was just going to ask that question because they were they just did a piece about that in hotels for women to travel.
If you look here, let me turn that on. See if that comes on. If this comes on, it actually has a infrared light.
Yes.
And that infrared light is, see that right there? Can y'all see that right there?
Yep, we can see it.
And that actually is an infrared light that detects cameras. So like hidden cameras and like, how the people being caught putting cameras in bathrooms, all kind of crazy
exactly.
stuff.
Dressing
The
room.
hotel room for people who travel.
Airbnbs, putting them behind mirrors,
clocks and mirrors and all that kind of crazy stuff.
All that. That's what this detects. So this one is called the intelligent detector. This model is called the T as in Tom 15.
That information is in the chat, Dr. Paul.
T15. And then in the chat, Is there can you read out that for those that are listening, maybe by phone, if you want to give that out?
Oh gosh, it's so long. The link is so long. There's no way I can read.
I would say if you're listening by phone, just make sure you go to Google or Amazon and just punch in intelligent detector model T15. That's all you got to do, and it'll pull right up. All right. And you can grab one of these. And I checked, I went all over the place with mine. And it really works. Let me tell you, I tested with my laptops and everything. And definitely this thing truly, truly works. So keep that in mind. All right.
All right. Very good. All right, Dr. P. Linda Allen, you there? Linda?
Yes, I'm here. I'm
All
here.
right.
Hi, Dr. Paul. I've been reading a lot about microplastics and how they're finding them in all of our organs, and now they're finding them in the brain. And they're saying that it's really a crisis that's not being looked at. And there's one study says that the average person ingests about 5 grams of plastic every week, about the weight of a credit card. And I was just wondering, is there anything that we can do to protect ourselves from the microplastics? And also, it's in of course, the plastic water bottles. And I know we talked about Crystal Geyser water bottles. And, I'm concerned about, are we getting the microplastics from that?
You're going to get it from everywhere.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
it's
That's
everywhere.
why I say it's amazing. That's why they call it the forever chemical. It's the problem with PFAS, polyalkyl fluoride, is actually happening everywhere. It's nothing that you can do. When you're talking about the level of PFAS, let me give you an example. And they're giving you a really low-ball number there with a credit card. It's actually more than that. So, for example, did you know that if you take, those tea bags, like the Lipton tea bags, Lipton tea bags?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know they spray those bags with a chemical that when you take that tea bag and now drop it in hot water, it releases billions. That's the B with the B, big B, billions of microplastics into your tea. Got it? Every time you do it. It's a protective coating. They're finding this stuff out. So, Linda, what they're finding is that this has been all along with us for a long time. This is something that's put a footprint into us for a long time. This has been going on for more than just a couple of years since they just discovered this. This has been going on for decades. And now it's becoming a major problem because they're finding it in the bloodstream. And they're finding it, I mentioned it on my radio show on Saturday about a month or two ago, how they're finding it in clots now. So when people are clotting, they're finding that the major forming of the clot was a microplastics. And a lot of this happens with something simple like coffee cups, straws, anything where that plastic meets heat, it's going to release. So that's what's happening. The best thing you can do, cleanse every change of seasons. This is where we were talking about the things that we use. I would say for everybody, this is one of the couple of things I wanted. This is not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent disease, just food for the soul. You know, herb is coming when I say that. One that you can get is cilantro. Cilantro. Cilantro is an excellent detox for the body. I would say add some cilantro. The version of cilantro that actually binds to heavy metals and plastics and all that stuff pulls it out of you. But the other version of cilantro in its spice form would be coriander. Coriander. So coriander, I would say add some coriander to every and all your food from now forward. I keep it, cilantro and coriander in my spice on everything that I eat right now. And it's for that very fact.
Hello there. What form of cilantro?
Yeah, it's in the spice form. You can get it in spice form. Got it? It's actually
Hey, you mute yourself, Barbara. Mute yourself, Barbara.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dr. P.
All right.
So get it spice department.
Yeah.
It's cilantro and coriander.
Yep, those are your two right there. It's the same thing, but the coriander is a version of the cilantro that's broken down from the root and the seed. So that's it. But they both are very good for binding. They bind.
You
And
put
it's
it in your
the
food
same
or your
plant.
tea.
Put it on the
Yeah.
food. Yep.
Yeah, they use cilantro when they make guacamole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
And you can grow cilantro because you can get the plants, an organic plant, and then you just put it in to dry it. If you want it dry, like make a tea or whatever, put the fresh in your guacamole. But if you want to dry it, you just put it in an oven at like 200 and just lay it there and let it dry. And once it dries, just break it up and put it in a glass jar.
Yep. And also another version of what you can use it for that cleanses these plastics, these microplastics, would be the zeolite. The zeolite would be the other thing.
Yeah,
So
you mentioned
zeolite
that.
is used for heavy metals. Anything of glutathione would do that.
Yes,
Glutathione.
yes.
Okay, these are all the ones that bind. Things like bentonite. Okay, these are bentonite clays. The
Don't forget
colon
the
cleanse
kelp.
and the parasite formula that I have. The colon cleanse and the parasite. So Linda, we got to keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? That's why
Okay.
we cleanse every change of seasons. It's nothing that we're in it now. We're in it, and they know we're deep. They done polluted the whole planet, and it's in everything. They were finding it in collard greens. They were finding it in kale, spinach.
Yeah.
Find it in the water. They finding it everywhere. These
It's in the air. The air.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
They're finding.
Can you eat the bentonite clay?
What was that?
With the ocean.
Can you eat the bentonite clay?
There's a way of using it. You just take it as instructed.
Dr. Paul, with the oceans, they said that the bottles have so polluted the oceans until they literally got people out there trying to sweep the oceans because it's killing the fish, the ecology, and those bottles. I saw a documentary on them bottles, and it was it was amazing, but it was coming through the trash system.
Yeah. There's an island out there that's really large, full of plastic. I forgot the name.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's coming through the trash system. That's where it's coming through.
Two of them. There's two of them out there. There's one out, and they're both out into the Pacific. There's one out in the West Coast out there, and then there's also one around Texas, about the size of Texas, believe it or not. And
what's the best way to recycle our crystal geyser bottles?
Well, you know what? The problem with the crystal guy, with any plastic period, is that they're no longer, even when you recycle your bin and you put it in there and they come by and they dump it in, well, China stopped buying our plastics. Do y'all know about that? Y'all know about that? They said that we don't recycle properly. See, when you recycle properly, you're supposed to rinse it out.
Yeah.
You got it? That's what you're supposed to do. So if you got a jar with some food that's still left in it, that's not properly done. That's not proper recycling. You're supposed to rinse all that stuff out and you put it in there. So China said, look, y'all don't do it right, so we ain't buying no more. So when they collect it, they're just collecting it to dump it somewhere else. They're not buying it anymore. That's why they kind of, the media and the marketing sort of went down on that.
Yeah.
And, they used to be very hard on us. You remember they would say, you better recycle. You remember that?
But they're going right back now.
But yeah, that's what's up. So
And now they're burning a lot of it.
Yep.
Well, here's the problem. Every piece of plastic that's ever created is a problem because you're not supposed to burn it. If you burn it, you make pollution.
Yep.
And then so they're burying it. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, a lot of that stuff. Because if you burn it, you make a poison and it goes in the air. And then if you now bury it, it just sits there and now becomes microplastics in the earth. So it's just every piece. Can you wrap your mind around this? Every piece of plastic ever been created is still here.
Right, it doesn't break down.
It does not break down. So every piece of plastic ever created is still here. And, you know, that's
created that
so now
plastic.
you know why the microplastics are everywhere,
Yep,
because of
that's
that very
everywhere.
fact right there. And then and I believe this is one of the factors that's heating up the ocean, and why we're having now shark attacks, because now the sharks, you heat up the water because it's got all these micro particulates in it, and it starts to heat up. Now they lose oxygen. Now they got to come forward in. These things are beaching themselves because they literally are suffocating.
Yep.
That's what's happening. So it's the world we live in, y'all. That's what it is.
Okay. All right, Dr. B, that's it. We've got Queen B. That's the last one, and we're at the 9:05 hour.
Queen B.
Queen B, you're there. You are the last one up.
Queen B, is Queen B there?
Queen, are you there? Yeah, you got to be there. I know you waited all this time. You got to be there somewhere. Click it and come on in. Come on down.
All right. So listen, I just want to
go ahead,
but we're waiting for Queen B.
Yeah.
I was saying that I went to Mexico, and was at actually we were in Puerto Vallarta, and with that incredible space. I mean, that I would say the scenery, the rainforest. You know what it reminded me of? You know how they say that the earth, when it was first formed, it was actually, you know, it was by mist that it was, you know, the water and the rains, not much clouds, just more like a mist. So it would come, storms come, and they go. That was exactly what's going on down there. Great place to have a vacation. Definitely recommend that to any and everybody going down there to anywhere in the Mexico area. It goes, the days beautiful, at night thunderstorms like you've never seen before.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Woo, boy, let me tell you,
You had me
the
the
lightning
hook.
struck the ground, struck the ocean. I was like, whoa.
How about the texture and
But
actually?
some of the beauty that comes right after a storm is amazing. It is the rainforest. It is the rainforest. So it's an incredible experience. This is their rainy season right now, but normally, if not in this time, you get still beautiful while you're there, but in the evening, late evening, that's when it starts to get like that. So beautiful place though.
Hurricanes down that way now.
All right, Big B, do we have?
Yeah, man. That's it. Queen never came over. That's it.
So
Then
step back in. All right, so Big B, tell everybody how they can be a part of this thing. And I want to give a shout out to Kimberly. Is Kimberly here? Is Kimberly in? Is Kimberly still in here?
Kimberly, you still there?
Kimberly, actually, last time we were on, before we went on vacation, Kimberly, she's in here. She's way out here. Kimberly gave me a shout out. And she gave me a shout out on Karen Hunter's show, which is on Sirius XM.
Right.
And she said, they're going to call you. She said, because I gave out something. And sure enough, they sure did call me. They called me Kimberly Santos Gooden. I think that's her. I think that's Kimberly. She might have dropped off right now.
I think Kimberly's still here.
She's still there, Kimberly?
We were just talking.
Praise God. I'm so happy.
Praise God. There she is, Kimberly. Hey, I want to give you a personal shout out. Thank you so much. The producers for Karen Hunter did call in, and they told me that definitely they want to set up a show. So we'll be on October. Write this down. And this is Sirius XM. This is Sirius XM. And she said that there's going to be October the 9th. October the 9th. Okay, October the 9th. We will be doing the show on the Karen Hunter show. And that's on Sirius.
Live?
It'll be live. That will
What time?
Be a live show. They want me to zoom in and everything. So they want to find out.
What time?
She comes on at 3. Still?
Yeah. So I will be on somewhere around between 3 and 5. Somewhere around. Yeah. So
I'm
I'll give y'all
so
more
excited.
detail about that.
All right.
Yo, let's give Kimberly a hand.
Great, Karen.
Way to go,
Thank you.
Kimberly. Hey, Karen.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Karen.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Prophetess, for sharing the good word.
And you know what she did? She
Thank you.
bragged on all of us. She said,
Goodness
it's a place where you can come and you can wrap your arms around and they just help you and all.
Congrats.
By the time
That's
Karen
what
you
we
better get
do
this
with Kim.
brother on the line.
Congrats.
That's
No,
great.
it was Prophetess. It was Prophetess who first introduced me to the family tree. She cared enough to share it with me, and it just multiplies after that. So thank you.
Fingers has got it going on, Kim. So we know about that. Girlfriend be rocking.
Your testimony
Dr.
was
Paul, I got a
powerful.
really
Now,
quick
Kimberly,
announcement.
did you tell your testimony again to the family here just before we go? Could you just tap it just a little bit of what your testimony was that you shared with the Karen Hunter show? Because it was powerful. It was very powerful.
Really?
It was powerful, girl. Yeah.
Well, I know she has millions of listeners, but I just happened to call in and I told her I was Kim from Alabama because my mother lived in Alabama and I didn't want her to know.
You there, Kim? Did we drop her? She drop off?
Naturopath.
No, she's still there.
Oh yeah, she's still there. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I said there's a black natural. Have you heard of the family tree? I said there's this black naturopath doctor out of Philadelphia. And each week he has a family community call where you can tune in and ask questions. And I said there are people from all walks of life on this call, from the regular person to physicians to MDs to OBGYNs to chiropractors. And I said it is a place where you can come and ask your health related questions because it's every Wednesday she does what is called Wellness Wednesday. And she has different clinicians or wellness people on. And she said, I'm Googling it right now. She said, we're going to get in touch with him. She said, Smith, make sure you reach out to him. And I didn't think anything of it. So I'm so happy to hear that more people will be exposed to what you do.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kim.
Kimberly, that's a big old hand. We say hug from everybody here.
I
From
know
the
that's
family
right,
tree.
buddy.
So thank you so much because you're bragging on us, but you know what? We brag on you for your great testimony and what you've gone through. And so many people, that's why we say, if you got something that's changed your life, you got to go tell it. That was the whole scripture of what Jesus said to everybody. When you get a testimony, you better go tell
share
somebody.
it. You got to tell it. Tell somebody.
Help somebody.
Yeah.
That's what people are going through. So we thank you, Kimberly. We appreciate you. I look forward to the interview. And they just said they just want to find out what we do. That's it.
I know. They just newsy, Dr. P. That's all.
You just tell them we do what we do.
I know that's right. We just do what we do.
Do what we do.
So we're going to see how we go. All right.
I know that's right, man.
All right. All right, Big B. Let's
All right,
wrap it
buddy.
up, buddy.
Wait. I have an announcement.
Yeah.
Okay, Prophets. Yeah.
Very quick. Hey, Dad. It's good to see you. But Dr. Paul will be at Eagle's Nest tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Yes.
If you look in the chat box, you will find the link.
Yes, all the info there.
Our Zoom link. And if you did not get a chance to ask a question tonight or you think of something, come on over and join us at the Nest where you will be able to ask your questions and hear whatever the topic is that he wants to share and talk about.
Can you give us the numbers real quick?
The number is tomorrow at 7 o'clock on Zoom. The ID number is 455-973-2821. That's 455-973-2821.
Thanks, Prophetess.
And it is in the chat box and it is posted on Facebook in the link as well.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Prophetess.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Prophetess.
And thank you,
I
Apostle.
love seeing fingers in the house.
Yes. He says Big B a lot of times.
Oh, help us, Jesus. Don't you know?
This is a good
I'll be crying over here, y'all.
All right, let's wrap it up, Big B.
Yeah, man.
Tell them
As
how they
always.
can be a part and support the family tree, because family Big B over there is doing some great things with the editing to make sure this goes out so people that can see this and exposed to it so that you can share it with your family.
Yes,
so with
indeed.
that, we encourage you, once he drops the links, share it with your family. Let's let them
Yes.
listen. Sometimes you
Yes,
ain't doing nothing,
please.
you sitting around cleaning up the house. Put it out there. This conversation goes a long way.
Yep.
So it can help
And,
somebody.
and of course, and the best thing to do is to make sure you have that you and also them have a copy of the chat. So while they're watching it, they can actually follow along with the notes that have been taken. So it's always a good thing. Listen, and when you see it on Facebook or on YouTube, guess what? Then you send those links out. You share it everywhere, guys, because that's what makes it happen. The whole idea that everybody does what they do. And the best way to do that is do what? It's to send me an email. Send an email to me, Bill Morgan. That's mechavideo@gmail.com. That's mechavideo@gmail.com. All right. And to make sure that, excuse me, that you continue to support. And we are, listen, won't you know, we are really appreciate what you do with the support and keep it coming. When you will do what? Use my Cash App. And that's $BILMORGAN. That's $BILMORGAN. And if you're using Zelle, guys, that ID number is mechavideo@comcast.net. Mechavideo@comcast.net. Of course, we have a P.O. Box in Mullica Hill. That's P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Again, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Listen, bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your frenemies, bring everybody right here to the family tree next Wednesday night. And of course, in the meantime, we'll see you on the green on Sunday. I couldn't let that go.
Family, put your hands together. Did you learn anything this evening?
Yeah, man, yeah, buddy. Yeah. You got it, Henrietta.
Special shout out to the family. We're gonna thank Prophetess over there, aka Fingers.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Fingers. We appreciate you and all that you do and keeping us up to date. And Big B, this evening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Cricket. Tracy, good night. Prophetess, Cricket. Allah. Yeah. Queen. Good night, Henrietta.
All right, let's tap it out. Hey, Marcy, I see you. Tap it out.
Marcia.
Don't play around now.
Yeah.
Don't play around. That's right. Come on down.
Patricia, Iris, John.
Y'all tapping in the morning.
Marencia. Yeah. Hey, Coach G. Hey. Yeah. Rosetta, Margot, Hakim, Tara Johnson, Sheila, Antoinette. Hey. Yeah. Iris, Marcy, Rita Schultz, Sarita, Beg Vaughn. Yeah. Yanka, Coach, Reese, Reza, Adrienne McKinney, Eva J, Wanda Campbell, Brenda Owens in the house. Joanne Walker. Yeah. Hey. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Put it up in the inside. Hey, Patricia, I see you.
Yeah.
Debbie, I see you over there, Debbie. You still messing with Sydney Knockback.
Debbie be laying in the cut, just chilling.
Sydney gonna get you. I talked to her. Open it up on the inside.
Yeah. KK. Great class.
Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Come on, breathe in deep. Breathe out. Blow it out. There you go. One more time. Breathe in.
Yeah.
Breathe out. Good.
All right. Everybody.
Like this. All right. Turn them inside out and then raise them up like this.
Yep.
All right, and stretch. And stretch.
Yeah.
So even stretch right here. That's right. This is your even stretch. Good.
Gotta get it in.
And lean. To your left. There you go. Your other left, Stephanie. There you go. And then come to the right. Good. And hold. And come on back. All right. Turn your hands in. Bring it on down. And clap it up. Clap it up. Good. Clap it up. All right. Let's rub it a little bit. Clap. And rub.
Yeah.
Clap. And rub.
Yeah.
Clap. And rub. Come on, get that heat going. Hey, Marcy, keep that. Come on.
Yeah.
And rub. Get that heat going.
Yep.
All right. And then you stop. And just rub it on down.
Yeah. Hey.
Feel that energy? It's called the energy bath. Bring it on down. Grounding yourself, right? One more
Yeah.
time. Clap and rub. Clap and rub.
Yeah.
And rub. And stop. The top one, keep the bottom one still. You're gonna move them like this. Can y'all feel like that? Can you feel like a
buddy.
big? Feel like some energy. All right, with good intentions, bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And thanks for tuning in to the
Family Tree. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Yeah, Carol G. Have a blessed one. Yep.
Y'all can dance out there.
Yo, Carol G.
Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. See you on the weekend. WRD Radio, 96.1 FM, 900 AM, Black Talk Media, right here in Philadelphia. City of brotherly love. Just till I have back. All right. Yep. Yep.
Don't read her. Rita's got the clap going on, baby. She just got the clap going on. She said, I'm just too cool to do anything else. She's like,
All right, now. All right, buddy.